Hello, welcome to The Wandering Drew. I am Drew. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. This video today will not be about hiking necessarily, but it's more a status update, a medical update for me. If you've been watching my videos over the past couple of weeks, you know that I have been dealing with an ankle injury and recovery from that. So unfortunately, it does not seem to be getting better. In December, I rolled my ankle. Unfortunately, it's not a great story. I simply stepped off of a back patio into soft dirt and my ankle rolled. And went to see a specialist the next day, had x-rays done. It wasn't broken. I was afraid it was. I went down pretty hard when it rolled. But I had been working out and I thought I was in pretty good shape. And I think that definitely helped me a little bit. But the ankle obviously still rolled. And he advised me to take several weeks, let it rest, come back and see him. So for about 2 weeks or so, or 3 weeks, I didn't do anything, no activity, no physical therapy, nothing. Went back to see him at the end of December, and he felt that everything was progressing fine. There was some swelling still, but he said that should go down in the next 2 to 3 weeks and start resuming activities as I see fit. Unfortunately, at the same time, I was also moving. I sold my house and I was moving from South Florida to Jacksonville. So I had to load my truck, pods, all kind of stuff, move all my stuff out. So I wasn't exactly resting over those weeks. And I don't know if that had anything to do with this, but it was healing and it was getting better. Shortly after about a week or two, I was able to walk pretty normal, maybe with a slight little limp, but I was able to get back to doing a lot of activity in terms of prepping to sell the house and load trucks and pods and all that stuff. I came up here to Jacksonville, and after finally getting into an apartment and settling in, I decided to go do some local activities, some day hikes. And I did start doing some hikes. I started small. I did about a mile and a half, and then I started progressing. The ankle was giving me discomfort, but it wasn't that bad yet. And it also was still very swollen to me. The swelling had not gone down. So I went to see an ankle specialist up here in the Jacksonville area. And that person immediately referred me to PT and said that I should have been going to PT from the start. And I don't disagree with that. I think it might have been useful, but he didn't feel that my injury was that bad and that I should progress pretty quickly. Only need a couple of sessions just to build back some strength in it and flexibility and get going. So I started PT. After about 3 weeks, I had increased my activity. I was doing some longer hikes. If you've been watching, I started doing the Seven Creeks hikes. And I started out light. I wasn't carrying heavy backpacks or rucking or anything else. I was just basically walking with a small backpack on some of these trails. Usually after about a mile and a half or so, I was getting pain and discomfort in my ankle. And I felt like it wasn't improving. It was getting worse. I noticed after about 3 weeks of PT, I was having difficulty doing some of the exercises that I had done when I first arrived there without difficulty. So to me, it meant my ankle was not improving. It was actually getting worse. I don't know if the hiking or the exercise or whatever was causing this, but it obviously wasn't working for me. So I decided to go back to this ankle specialist. And he suggested either, give it more time, grin and bear it, so to say, live with it, cortisone shot, or in the future, an option might be to have some sort of procedure or surgery. So I opted not to do anything and just ride it out another week. I went on a small hike with the Seven Creeks Trails series that I was doing, and I noticed after I would do a hike, it would take a day or two until I was able to walk normal. I'd have to rest a day or two. I went to PT one day. I was going to go to PT, and to me, it was just I couldn't really do any exercises. I was having trouble with the ankle, so I made an appointment again with the orthopedist. He gave me a cortisone shot. It didn't bring relief that day, but the next day the ankle felt better. His prognosis is that he feels there's scar tissue in there, and that is limiting the mobility and the flexibility of that ankle, and that is causing me pain and discomfort. So he would like to go in there and clean it up. In essence, go in there arthroscopically. They make a series of cuts, incisions around the ankle, and they go in and they clean out any scar tissue, any small chips of bones that they find, which according to my x-ray, I don't have any fractures or anything. So assuming they're correct on that, it's basically just scar tissue that is limiting the mobility or pressing on something and causing me pain. So the procedure is called a debridement. Basically, they take out the debris from that. And everyone I've spoken to that's had this procedure before, although it's not on their ankle, it's usually a knee or a shoulder, has all exhibited good results. None of them, no one I spoke to, or even online, if I do some research, you know, everybody does that nowadays, nobody has really said I shouldn't have had it or I didn't get any improvement. So it's pretty high success rate from what I can tell. And everyone I know personally that has had it has all said it was worth it and they improved. So I decided to go with the procedure because I'm not able to walk. Every time I do a hike, I have a day or so where I'm not able to walk after, especially if I do any distance. So for me, the fact that I'm unable to do anything more than a day hike is a problem, because I would like to do some longer trails, go out camping, do multi-day hiking, backpacking trips. And right now I feel I can't do that. So I've decided to have the surgery. I've been putting this video off because my surgery is scheduled for tomorrow morning. So I will be having the procedure and I'll be off my feet for a couple of days. They say I'll be in crutches, and then slowly after several days, I can begin putting weight and progressing. The doctor is, I think, overly optimistic. He thinks he'll have me walking within 2-3 weeks and hiking back in 6 weeks. My research tells me it's going to be a little longer than that. Probably more like 8 to 12 weeks. And then a lot of people said it took them probably up to 6 months until they felt that they were 100% able to resume their activities. So hopefully I will progress to a point that I can at least go out and hike a little bit, even if it's not 100%, but I'll be able to do some hiking and I will get some relief from the pain and discomfort and then the swelling that comes with it when I hike. So I'm optimistic that this will do the trick for me and help me out. So that's what's going on. So I won't be hiking for the next couple of weeks. However, I do have several videos still pending that I have to put together and edit. And I'll obviously do a post-surgery update as well, probably. But that's really it. So that's what's going on. So I want to thank all the people that have been supporters of me, sent me emails, messages either through YouTube or privately. My email is up on the About Me page. I have gotten a couple of emails on that wishing me well, even when I got hurt. So I appreciate that. I see the channel is progressing and I'm near 300 subscribers, which to me is amazing. When I first started this, I didn't think anyone would really be interested. It's just another voice out there. There's so many people that are doing great trips to me, and I did it mostly for me and for my family to see what I do and what I'm seeing when I'm out there hiking. And I thought, you know, I obviously have some stuff to share if I can help somebody out, or people can see that there's other options out there, and it's evolved over time. But I'm really amazed that we have a community here. And so some of you have been frequent commenters or emails, and I've gotten to know you a little bit, I think on more than just a name on the screen. So I felt that it was necessary for me to do this video to explain to you what's going on with me. And I'm hoping to recover as rapidly as possible and get back out there and do a lot of videos on the local trails in here. I'm also looking to do some longer distance trails. I'm ever planning other trips. I don't know if some of them will come to fruition. A lot of it all depends on what happens medically with me, whether it's just day trips for me in the future, or I'm able to get back to doing multi-day longer distance hikes, because I do have trips I want to go on. So I want to thank all of you for coming along on this journey with me, and I appreciate the support more than you will know. Till we meet again.